Hey, Decide Destiny crew, Carl Spreedy's here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Destiny Daily Dose. Decide to ask, what do I think about this? And then join the conversation. Some of the best interactions I've seen online where people have been enlightened, people have been, woken to like a new way of thinking, have questioned a different way of looking at things, or have come to some sort of agreement or a bit more of a loving state, has been found when people ask that question. And you can see they're asking the question deep within and they're saying, what do I think about this? How does this resonate with me? How does this relate in my perspective of the common good? How does this relate in is this information harming the other person? Is how I'm reacting harming the other person? Or can I look at a productive workaround? And that's a beautiful thing. When you think about it, when you go deep within, when you have that, that moment deep within and go, all right, where do I stand? How does this connect to me? What is my reaction that is emotional? And what is my reaction that is actually coming from a contribution way of thinking, and not putting my ego, not putting my personal desires, my need to be right, my need to fit in ahead of the other person, and being a good human being, a loving human being, a peaceful human being, and saying the right thing. Because there's times where you do have to stand up and say the right thing, and it might not necessarily be peaceful, might not necessarily be loving, but it needs to be said. So that's where I think it's really important to have that moment, to have that pause. And we're so used to such a loud way of living, loud neon lights, loud noises, And I just heard this great thing from this speaker, this coach, and he was talking about, if you watch TV, try a little trick for about a week. Turn the television, the ads, to mute, right? Turn it to mute for about a week, 2 weeks. Then come back after that week, 2 weeks. And so it's every time, the TV show that you watch goes to ads, put the ads on mute. Then at the end of that week or 2 weeks, come back and go, put the volume back on, and just realize how that information is coming through, how it is being communicated. And I think from that perspective, you'll see how a lot of information is coming through and how a lot of information is being communicated. And it's not really giving us time to kind of think and consider and react emotionally and behave logically. And nothing against if you have a business and you're advertising something that is good. If you're a thoughtful capitalist, who is looking to bring solutions and positive impact in the world, nothing against that. But it's just about the kind of the volume and the intensity of that information. And that's what I think of how a lot of people are interacting at the moment, whether it's online, whether it's it's some particular forum. It's high volume, high volatile, very intense. And one of the ways around that is to take that pause, go for that walk. Before you write that post, before you post up that article, before I'll do a video, I'll think about it, I'll think it through and try and see, is this going to have positive impact? Is this just me preaching something from my gut? Is this me not dealing with something? Or is this something that is really true to me, true to what I believe, and true to the way that I see having positive impact? And then I'll go and do that video. So that's kind of the way that I think is helpful for us to interact, is helpful for us to communicate, helpful for us to come together and find common solutions. Because another thing I heard was someone discussing stock markets and things like that. And people saying, oh, look at that, everything's better, everything's going great. These stocks are up, that stock's up. And yeah, you can buy in those stocks and you can be a part of that. But But the commentator or the person discussing this said, that's not your economics, that's their economics. Their economics and who they do business with. It's not your economics. Your economics is your local community. Your economics is the people that you exchange your money for, your hard-earned dollars for every single day. It's the people that you interact with every single day. It's the mental state of the local population that you're a part of. It's, you know, the place where they feel like they've got a place. And that is your economics. Your economics isn't these big companies a long, long, long way away doing big, big deals that you're not a part of and you know nothing about. So that was very interesting perspective. And that's what it comes back to, and what I'm trying to kind of communicate in this, what I am communicating in this daily dose is having that moment, coming back and asking, what do I think about this? What do I truly think about this? What do I need to learn in this, you know, in this exchange before I kind of contribute? What do I need to question before just coming and just bolting? And now I think we'll learn that so many of us are so similar, but through our life practice, we have all those differences and those intricate bits of knowledge that can actually contribute and find common solutions for everybody. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you go out there and communicate with people and ask, what do I think about this first, before just adopting, consuming, you know, taking on anything you see and hear. And as always, guys, remember, decide your destiny. Cheers.